Hello, I'm Floyd Kennedy, and this is Am I Old Yet? An audio comedy written and performed by me and my wonderfully generous colleagues, sponsored entirely by you, the listener, for which I am eternally grateful. Well, we all are. Whether you are donating the price of a cup of coffee via buymeacoffee.com/amioldyet or a regular subscription on patreon.com/amioldyet. This is episode 13, Cafe Encounters, in which Helen meets up with her young friend René at the Cheese Shop Cafe and his uncle Gary from Scotland. Gary is an IT consultant, and there's something about him that reminds Helen of her daughter Janie.
René! Oh, there you are. Is this the cafe you meant?
Aye, it is. It wasn't so far, was it?
It's practically next door. Now, where would you like to sit, inside or out?
Here's good.
Fine. Well, I guess I'll go inside to order. Hot chocolate for you?
Yes, please. Marshmallows?
I'll try to remember.
Mrs. Doherty! Hey, Mrs. Doherty, over here! Come and sit down over here with us!
René, what are you doing here? Is Auntie Jean with you?
No, she's working. My Uncle Gary's down for a visit, treating me to a hot chocolate.
Nice.
What would you like? I'll get him to add it to the order.
Not at all. I'll get it myself. Thanks very much.
No bother. I know what you want. Uncle Gary! Uncle Gary!
Well, that is good, I guess.
All sorted. Flat white single shot.
Right, but just a wee bit out of order, young
Here's
man.
Uncle Gary. This is Mrs. Doherty, the cheese shop lady.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mrs. Doherty. I've heard a lot about you. Is René being a pest?
Well, not exactly. And hi, nice to meet you. Gary, is it? Yeah. You're his dad's big brother.
Uncle Gary's into IT.
Oh, cool. Expert, are you?
As much as anybody could be. IT is a rapidly evolving beastie.
Nice way to put it. I know I can't keep up with it anymore.
But when did you start?
About 40 years ago. You?
About the same. I got my first computer when I was 12.
That's when I moved from typewriters to word processors and thence to actual personal computers. How about you?
I used to play around coding little games when I was at school, and then I got my computer science degree at Glasgow Uni. I worked for ITC for a few years, and then I set up my own company.
And you never look back.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Many's the time I've wondered if I should have been a farmer or a butcher.
What, yearning for the simple life?
Something like that. Or even an actor like this wee rascal.
Hey, I'm not so wee now. I'm taller than you.
No way.
So I am. Look, come on, Uncle Gary, stand up. Mrs. Doherty can see it's true. She'll tell you.
Aye. I suppose I'd better comply. How's this?
Are you standing on your toes, René?
No.
Well, stop wobbling about so I can see. Oh, yeah, I'm afraid it's true, Uncle Gary. He's got almost half an inch on you.
Well, if you can see it, I suppose he has. Aye, he's fairly shot up this summer. What are they feeding you down?
Hot chocolate. Marshmallows.
Must be it. And here they come. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you, that's very kind of you. It was naughty of René to do
Not
that.
at all, you're very welcome. So how about you, Mrs. D? What do you do with yourself? I assume you're retired.
No, Uncle Gary, I'm not, so far. I'm managing to resist the world and Mother Time's insistence that I give up the ghost already.
Yeah, sorry, that's not what I meant.
Of course not. I'm just saying, never assume.
I stand corrected. You don't pull your punches, do you?
No, Uncle Gary, she doesn't. She's a fighter.
Yeah, I am. I'm a fighter. I don't want to stop doing what I can, and it's not as much as I used to, but I can still do it, and people are daft enough to keep paying me money to do it, so why shouldn't I?
Well, as long as you're enjoying it, I'd say no reason at all. But you have to look after yourself. Do you look after yourself, Mrs. D?
Oh, you so remind me of my daughter. And please, call me Helen. What was the question again? Oh, yes, Gary. Yes, I do, I promise you. I eat extremely well. I take a little walk every day.
A little walk?
I walk a few blocks and round the park if I feel like it. That's always fun. How about you?
I'm very lucky. Where I live, there are paths across the hills right outside my front door. I can head for the hills whenever I like. Literally.
As long as it's no raining, eh, Uncle Gary?
You're not wrong there, young man.
Are you patronising me?
Oh, am I not allowed to do that anymore?
Well, I am nearly 16.
There you go. Nearly 16. How near? When's your birthday?
24th of December.
Oh no, double whammy. Do you get the combined birthday Christmas presents?
I used to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did do that.
Yeah, you did.
It was a bit mean, wasn't it?
Aye. But then you made up for Uncle Gary. I forgive you.
Oh, that's a relief.
Well, what was it that made the difference?
It was the year I turned 13. I made a huge fuss.
Do you know what he did? He called a family meeting.
You did not.
Aye, I did so too. It was so unfair. Every year, everybody got a birthday present on their birthday and a Christmas present at Christmas. But no me. They all just gave me one present.
What, together? All of them?
No, each of them. And no mum and dad. But Auntie Jean and Uncle Gary, Grandma and Grandpa would give me one each for both.
So you called a family meeting?
Aye. I sat them down in Grandma and Grandpa's kitchen and said, if they wouldn't have given me a separate present, I didn't want any.
Good grief. That was a bit of a risk.
It certainly was. I, for one, was sorely tempted.
I don't blame you.
Is that a fact? You didn't blame him?
Well, I don't blame him for being tempted. Cheeky.
Okay, fair enough.
And? So what happened?
What happened was, everybody gave me 2 presents.
Woohoo!
Except Uncle Gary.
What?
Except Uncle Gary. I wasn't about to be blackmailed. I gave him one present.
One huge present. Honestly, Mrs. Socrates, it was amazing. Best present ever.
Glad you liked it.
Oh, come on. The suspense is killing me.
Shall I?
I will. It was a trip to America. New York, Florida, Los Angeles, Grand Canyon, Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, my goodness. On your own?
No, it was all of us. 6 weeks.
Wow. Are you rich or what?
I wish. Well, it was only fair. I had 12 birthdays and Christmases to make up for.
You don't have kids yourself, Gary?
Nah, watching this one grow up put me off.
Hey!
Joking, you know I am. No, my partner and I figured we had enough on our hands running the business and looking after each other just the way we were.
Fair enough.
You've a daughter, yeah? The one that I remind you of, who's working with Jean on the children's book.
Yeah, that's my Janie. Her very first book. Mega excitement, I can tell you. And the illustrations from Jean are just stunning.
Right, she's awfully talented, your Jeannie. She's putting together some of her watercolours soon for an exhibition. I came down to help her set up a website.
Wonderful. Someone set one up for me once. No idea what happened to it.
You don't use it?
Well, I don't really need it. There's nothing world-shattering about my work, I promise you. I'm never going to go viral.
Enough viruses about already, Mrs. Doherty.
What? Oh, I see what you mean. Very droll, René.
What's droll mean?
Droll? Oh, goody. I get to add yet another word to your vocabulary. It means funny in a dry, light sort of way, like a backhanded compliment.
Okay, what's a backhanded compliment?
Really? Okay, Gary, over to you. How would you describe a backhanded compliment?
Well, I guess it's like an insult that pretends to be a compliment. Or is it the other way round?
Probably both. Works for me. And as for you, Mr. Oscar winner of the year 2040, you need to read more. Your vocabulary is appalling.
2040? No way. I reckon 2030. No, 2025. I'll be 20 then. Almost too old to win one.
Oh.
That was Cafe Encounters, episode 13 of season 2 of Am I Old Yet? By Floyd Kennedy. René was played by Christopher McDougall, Uncle Gary by Mark Kidd, and Helen was played by me. You can find out more about Mark and Christopher on the website www.am-i-old-yet.com. If you're enjoying the series and you'd like it to continue for another season, it would help enormously if you would rate and review it in your favourite podcasting app, or by dropping a comment on the website or on the Facebook page. Or you can follow us on Twitter. Just search for @AmIOldYet2. That's the number 2, because obviously someone else is asking the question. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.